welcome to my channel When the Stars Align. My name is Kelly, and this video is for all people who have a 2-line in their profile in human design. So this is a human design centric video. And yesterday I did a video on my Instagram. I went live and it's saved now onto my Instagram profile, talking about the profiles. What do profiles mean in human design, and actually going into each of the numbers, the conscious and unconscious aspects. So if you want to find that, I'm going to put the link below in my bio. Check me out on Instagram. I share a lot more regularly on there, and it's a whole mixture of things. It's my embodiment as a living, breathing human with many diverse interests, passions, and teachings, and I do share a bit about human design. So if you want to watch the full video on profiles, you can check it out there. But today, I really wanted to spit some smoothie. My teeth are a little green. I'm having a very chlorella-rich smoothie. I wanted to speak about 2 lines because I myself am a 6'2", and I wanted to share something I think could be really helpful for a lot of 2 lines in navigating this energy. So if you're a 6'2", if you're a 5'2", if you're a 2'4", this is for you. Or if you have someone in your life that you love who has this profile, this number, or if you just want to learn more about human design. So anyway, cut to the chase. 2 lines, it's called the Hermit. It's the Hermit archetype. And what that essentially means in my eyes and in my 6 years of studying and teaching human design is that it's the ability to be deeply connected to one's own internal universe and connected to their unique experience of God, divinity, the mystery, and these really mystical, lucid aspects of life. Whether one sees it that way or not, that's the energy that follows the 2 line. It's this sense of having this rich inner world full of mystery, full of this unspeakable inner knowing. And navigating life as a 6'2", with that unconscious 2 line, I've noticed there's a lot of things I've unconsciously done that have really allowed my 2 line to feel really nourished and grounded, and I thought I could share that here for those of you who may want more support to really live the beauty of this 2 line, because I feel like when that 2 line is in its highest expression, it's true evolution, it's true beauty. There's a sense of uniqueness. There's something about you, 2 lines, that's so different than everybody else around you. And of course, we're all unique. Yet there's something in the way 2 lines approach the world that is kind of iridescent and magical. And when you connect to that way of living as a 2 line, I feel that's when you feel the best, right? Because you want that deep connection with life. So first thing, prioritize your inspiration and truth over anyone else's. And something that I've naturally done from a really young age, and I actively do now, and I teach other people about, is whose information are you taking in on a daily basis? If you have social media, whose faces are popping up on your thing? Let's say you're an artist. Are you looking at every other artist's art and comparing? I feel like the mother of all evil for 2 lines is comparison. You're here to be unique. You're here to draw things from your own inner muse. So what I actually do is I don't follow a lot of people. I don't take in a lot of information of crafts that are similar to mine. Not out of arrogance, just because it keeps my field clean and allows me to really go on that journey of unearthing what wants to come through me. I don't read a lot of people who are doing the same thing as I am. And I definitely read a lot, and I study a lot about things I'm passionate about, but not the things that I'm creative and actively sharing, in my unique 2 line way. Because the 2 line is naturally gifted. And I guarantee, whether it's a conscious or unconscious part of your profile, you can probably identify there are some things that you're just really naturally good at. And if you can't see them, ask people you love to help reflect back to you what it is you're good at, to help you see that magic you carry, because you do. It's extra accentuated. It has this mystical quality as a 2 line. So that's my first suggestion. Be aware of how much you're taking in and consuming, and focus your energy more towards creating and letting inspiration come through you. Now, another thing that's really powerful for 2 lines, yes, it's known as the Hermit, so that can look like spending a lot of time at home, but I think that can actually create a bit of a sabotage effect for 2 lines, whereas if you are going out into nature, giving yourself quality alone time. Nothing wrong with Netflix and chill. Like last night I treated myself to a show, which I never do, but I just recently got into this series and I'm actually really enjoying it. That's all good. But where the magic and the authenticity really comes through for two lines is when you're like out in nature listening to the universe. And when you're at the beach, or when you're on a walk, or when you're playing a sports game, or when you're doing like a solo sport, something where you are actively engaging with life from that internal vantage point, right? It's like you're still experiencing the world, but you're doing it in your unique way. Like when the artist is like pulling down the songs, to the words and the lyrics to his song, or when the person's out on the trail and then the idea comes through, or they're looking at the water and they see these pictures and colors, right? It's like you have to some extent, be in the world and allow that natural emanation of you to come through. But there is an element of introspection, allowing yourself to climb into your own reservoirs, but ask yourself, is this quality alone time? Is this really nourishing my soul? Is this allowing my creativity to come through? Is this allowing me to experience that feeling of genius that can pulse through me? And of course, that can sound quite grand, but it can be simple. It can be simple as well. So those are a few things that were coming through for me to share around being a 6'2". Now, one last thing I guess I would say is that play with your unique expression. Again, the hermit can kind of have this connotation of a hermit is alone and no one sees them and they're off on their own. I actually don't really feel like it's like that as a 6'2" or a 2'4". I actually think there's a very social element, but there's more intimacy to the social interactions. You don't want to just be a part of the group where everyone's flying around talking to each other and the energy is really unregulated. You value those connections where you can feel like you are intimately being gotten and getting another, right? So play with your expression. What kind of colors really make you come alive? Like today I saw this red scarf and my 2-line lit up. I was like, ooh, I don't have anything red. I think I have one red top and I loved this red and it felt like it was highlighting like a part of my unique expression that's coming through. So I really encourage 2 lines in whatever position it's in to really understand what is your unique, authentic self? What makes you feel most in your feels? And how can you bring that to the world and let that attract to you the kinds of connections, the kinds of relationships, the kinds of experiences, friendship groups, opportunities that can meet that unique emanation of you. Play with your uniqueness. Don't hide away too much. However, give yourself permission to be fully in your experience while out in the world. And then discern, ooh, who wants to meet me here? Who wants to play here? But also don't take it personal if people don't also want that level of intimacy. So those are some little things I wanted to share about being a 2-line in human design. I would love to hear if that's your profile below. Do let me know. And yeah, wishing you all a beautiful weekend. I'm starting my facilitator training for the embodiment method I'm learning with Michaela Boehm today, and I'm so excited. It's going to be going on for 3 months, and I'm so happy. So I just thought before I really dive into that space, I wanted to share a bit of helpful information and let me know if you got anything from this or anything you want to share. And catch you on the next video.